How you doing, guys? I'm trying to send this in YouTube into the infamous Living Room Network. Divine power is always working for us because we're trying to do right. So just recently, I've watched a video on YouTube, the world's largest artistic mosaic made with rainwater, and I found it to be absolutely amazing. Like, wow. It really blew my mind, being that I am an abstract artist, and some of the ways that I learned how to do my abstract paintings when I learned in art school was, to look at certain pieces by certain famous authors and whatnot. And mosaic paintings were some of the stuff that inspired me to be an abstract artist. And so it's very amazing to see that this team came together and created this baby fetus, using watercolor and cups with rainwater. That's amazing, man. Here the description says, they were doing it to raise awareness among the general public about global clean water crisis. And that's another thing that I'm loving, that is happening all around the world. People are actually starting to see that we need more greenhouse sources. We need more, clean water sources. No more fossil fuels. Let's use stuff to use. Let's use less fossil fuels, and no coal and stuff like that. And I like that the world is becoming more green. And it goes on to say the artist Belo, which was the same artist who created the whole design or the concept or whatnot. The artist Belo created an image composed of 66,000 cups of colored rainwater, simulating levels of impurities found in water all over the planet. This major work of 3,600 square feet, representing a fetus in a maternal womb, emphasizes the necessity of water even before birth for each living person. So behind this, the world's largest artistic rainwater mosaic, behind it, it's trying to prove a point. It's trying to prove a point at the same time, and that's another reason why it really, it interested me and caught me by interest on YouTube. Some of the fun facts were 66,000 compositable and biodegradable cups. So they use biodegradable cups to do this, not just your regular hefty cup, plastic cup. Like, no, this is a real green cup. 15,000 liters of colored rainwater. Yes, rainwater. Now, look at the sophisticatedness of the whole concept as a whole. They use rainwater. They didn't use tap water. They didn't use drinking water. None of that. They used rainwater. Food coloring. 15,000 liters of rainwater. Wow. And 1 kilogram of vegetable dye. So they even knew how much vegetable dye they would use to make this mosaic artistic design, which is the world's largest at this point. Currently trending on YouTube with 23 million views. Wow, amazing. And people continue to just tune into this world's largest rainwater mosaic by Belo. More than 100 volunteers who did 62 hours of work placed end to end the 66,000 cups that will measure 5.2 kilometers long. Wow. So 100 volunteers, 100 volunteers, and they all had to put their minds together. If you guys have seen a mosaic, you know how hard it is to actually create that effect. And they did it with rainwater, food color dye, 1 kilogram of food color dye, and some biodegradable cups. Now, come on. Think of how hard that must have been for these 100 volunteers. And Belo himself for creating the design. This is very hard stuff. And they went line for line for 62 hours to create this painting. Man, this is amazing. This is amazing. So I've seen some more stuff like this on the internet and stuff where people have come together and made. It's kind of like what you call those things that's out there in the field. It's kind of like those God, what's those crops called that they make, and we don't know who make them, and it's designs and stuff. Yeah, it's like that. It's like a big project that Belo put together with 100 volunteers, and they just came together and made this mosaic design. I highly advise you to go watch it. The link to this video is going to be at the very bottom in the description section of this video. I need you to go click that video and watch it for yourself. It's very interesting stuff, guys. Again, I'm Trenius Henderson. You're tuned into the infamous Living Room Network. Divine power is always working for us because we're trying to do right. Oh yeah, guys, remember, this is the 1 month Celebrate Life Challenge. I'll see you in the next video. Good night.